Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chat Channel. My name is Tim Hayden, and I'll be your host. We've got a great show for you today. Our guest is the beautiful and talented Dorothy Meyers. Dorothy made her primetime debut as a co-star on Fox's Almost Family. She's appeared as a co-host on Fox's Dr. Oz show with Chef Roble. She also was cast as Harvette Williams in Stalked, the Harvette Williams Story. She's also starred as a mom in Pharell Williams' Brainchild on Netflix. Please welcome Dorothy to the show. Hey, Dorothy, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Um, I'm so happy you're here, first off. How have you been doing? I know you've been doing a lot of these show interviews lately, and just want to know how you're doing from all that.
Well, I'll say I'm exhausted but blessed. So I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, I'll start off like I usually do. I'll start off way back at the beginning. So can you tell us what it was like for you growing up?
Well, for me growing up, I am the baby of 10 and I was spoiled. I loved it. I really didn't have to do too much of anything. So that was great. I started working probably when I was about 10 or so, you know, throwing newspapers, at, people's porch and also, playing a little lottery as well. I know I shouldn't have been doing that at 10, but, you know, I made extra money. So what the heck?
Got to do what you got to do. I mean, come on.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you the only one that comes that is involved in the arts, either acting, drawing, singing, etc.?
Well, I am, but my brother, he used to work, I think, at a radio station, so he did a lot of interviews as well. So I'm not really good with the interview thing. I can talk though. I'm a people person, so I guess it's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of blend in with everyone, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
blend in
what
with
helps
everyone.
me is this isn't really an interview to me. This is more just of a conversation. The questions I've got are just to
Mhm.
kind of poke the conversation along. So just
Right.
relax.
Okay.
You're gonna have a good
Hmm.
time. When did you know
Exactly.
that acting was what you wanted to do?
Wow. I started modeling in, oh gosh, the 90s. So I would say maybe in the mid 2000s, but I was just a little too afraid and too shy to do anything. I'm
Right.
like, how we always have in the back of our minds, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. And then, it's like, you know. So I had to pick myself up, started taking acting classes, and it's interesting because, I grew up watching a lot of television. So I'm like, I started thinking, I could do that. I could do that. Oh, that was easy. Like, come on now. So why not? We only live once, right?
Exactly. And we
Why
got to
not?
do what makes us happy. I don't remember who said it,
Exactly.
and I'm sure I'm going to mess it up, but it's something about you don't work a day in your life if you enjoy what you do, or something along those lines. I'm sure I messed that
Right.
up, but
I
that's the
love
point
it.
that I took away from it.
I love it. Hey, life is a challenge. Got to go for it.
It sure is. If you don't, you're never going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
Absolutely.
someone who inspired you, kind of into modeling or acting, either one?
Um, let's see. I really didn't think about the modeling aspect. Well, I have, watched a lot of models growing up, but as far as like locally, um, not really locally, but I was a huge fan of Cheryl Tiegs back in the day. So, um, but other than that, it wasn't something that I said, oh, I want to model one day. I never really thought about it. I just got approached by everybody. You fit the description, you're tall, you're thin. Why not do it? And I'm like, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting too many people asking me, so let's go and do it.
Well,
And
I
I
mean, you're
did it,
gorgeous.
did it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate
Well, I mean, you
it.
are. I mean, I'm sure that's why you had so many approaching you, because you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just like, okay. I'll give it a shot. What do I have to lose, right? I was still shy though, but I did it.
I know you did a lot. I know one of them you did was Maybelline. It was hard for me to find a lot on exactly where you were modeling
Mhm.
for. Was there a favorite that you liked? I mean, as far as not the, don't mean
Oh,
but the cosmetic or anything. I just mean as
right.
far as the locations, the things you've got to do as far as modeling the
Um,
products.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I love cover girl. So one day I would love to be a cover girl, and I love to be in New York. I'm always in New York, and so that was actually my favorite kind of growing up. A lot of them I didn't really pay too much of attention. I think that cover girl thing came, when they started doing, what is Tyra Banks show, America's Next Top
Next top
Model,
model,
cover girl, so
right?
that, I'm like, okay, that's me back then thinking, oh, I could be a cover girl too.
Well,
You
yeah, you
know,
could for sure, for sure. I
one
mean,
of these days.
I love Ellen. She was a cover girl,
Who?
Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, I love Ella. That's my girl.
I love
That's my
Ellen,
girl.
but that's what I say. Anybody, any female, well, I won't even say female, anybody
No,
wants to promote
anybody.
that product and wear that product,
Mhm.
they could do it if they want.
You're right. Yep, male or female. It doesn't even matter nowadays. It's like,
It sure
hey,
doesn't.
if you got that look, if you got that personality, they want you. It's just something about you. It's just something about you. Let's put them on the cover. So,
Right.
I'll,
Right.
I'll make it there. I'll make it there one day.
Yeah, you will for sure. You may even go beyond that and land the role that you want that's going to last you a
Ah,
lifetime.
it's coming. It's
It
coming.
is. Uh, have you done any? I think you've done some theater work, haven't you?
I actually only did two theater pieces. One was local, and the other one was with James Franco, the Glass Menagerie, if I pronounced that correctly. But
Yes.
it was crazy because well, we at the time, when we went there, we had no idea who we were doing this play for. And then when one of the girls went out, she did a performance. She came back and she said, "Oh my God, James Franco is on the stage." And we're like, "What do you mean?" Like, he's on the stage. Like, this is his production. Like, we had no idea. I think we
Oh
sold out
wow.
in 5 or 10 minutes. And
Oh
we only
man.
were we were only supposed to do one show. And then next thing you know, they came back and they said, "They want you to do another show. Can you do it?" We're like, "Heck yeah." And then we sold out again in like 5 or 10 minutes. And then we had two shows and it was wonderful. And I made people laugh, like a whole bunch of people. I'm like, where all these people come from? But you just never know. So I said they kind of set us up, you know.
Well, it kind of prepared you in a way, I guess, kind of for improv.
Yes, that's exactly what it was because we were reading from a huge screen and we had to act it out and act it out. So I was acting a fool in front of James Franco.
Hey, that's you got to stand out.
Right.
Doing this show and talking to people about doing their auditions, which is going to be one of my next questions for you. Is they did something to most people did something to stand out.
Hmm.
It's crazy. They didn't do it on purpose. Most of them.
That's true. That's true.
Do you remember your first audition?
Oh, that's a really great question. I had so many, I don't think so. Not counting background. Ooh, my first audition. I think I'm gonna have to go back in the archives for this. Well, no, that wasn't an audition. That was kind of I recorded like a news, myself being like a news reporter, but that wasn't an audition. That was just a recording, so that doesn't count. After that, you're gonna have to
You,
have me go back into my archives.
well, you had Harvette Williams. You did.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you had a tryout for Men in Black or not.
No, I did not. That one was background, and I didn't have to try out for Harvette either, but I played Harvette, which is it was really awesome. So I didn't have to audition for that as well. So I think they kind of looked at me and they pictured me in the wig and like, you can go for Harvette. I'm like, okay. But I didn't know until I got there. We want the lead girl. Like, where is she? I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking around, and they said it's you, and I'm like, me? Okay.
did they have it where it teleprompted, or did you have to learn the lines? I mean, that seems like it was very quick to have to learn
Believe it or not, it was
lines.
improv. It was improv because
Was it?
Discovery ID, they you hear very little talking, so you're making
Yeah.
it up as you go along. You
Huh.
visualize the scene, and you just, like if someone's knocking at your door, oh my God, who is that at my door? So it's just like that. Yeah, we just improv.
Improv, which I've got questions about that coming up.
Oh God.
Nothing major, nothing major. But I mean, the
Okay.
role I've seen several of the roles that you played. You play such a strong character. Do you like playing the dramatic roles
I do. I do.
or the lighter
It's
side,
it's an
like
ex-
comedy?
I do love well, I love comedy to an extent. I think I love comedy because I'm a witty person, and a lot of people don't know that. Like they always see me serious, like smile. So I'm gonna walk around like this all day? No, but I do love drama because drama brings a lot of passion out of you. But you'd be surprised. Some roles that are not drama brings even more passion. So I've learned that throughout the years as well. Hmm.
That's cool. That's very cool. Um, do you prefer TV over film?
I do. I prefer TV over film. I'm glued to TV.
Well, I mean, I asked that because a lot of people, which I'm going to ask you next. Have you ever had interest in doing any soap operas?
Soap opera? Oh my goodness! I grew up with soap opera. What? That was my first love. Soap operas. All my children, General Hospital. Oh my God. Oh God, what's the one that went and went away? Santa Barbara. You couldn't put One Life to Live. You couldn't pull me away from any of those. Mm-mm. Nope. I was just like, no. I'm in love with soap operas.
Well, the reason I asked that is because all three of those are totally different formats. Like
Hmm.
date soap operas, they don't do takes normally. They want you to do it all in one shot and you have to learn 40, 50 pages.
I heard
Prime
about that.
time, prime time, you've got a week to do the similar thing, just not 40 pages in a day.
Hmm.
Film, you've got a lot longer to do it, to
Yes.
shoot.
Hmm.
That's why I ask, because soap operas just like, and I tell people if
Oh,
anybody could do soap operas, they could do anything.
I
Because if
agree.
you learn that
I
fast,
agree.
um,
It's a lot. I heard. I'm up for the challenge, though. I'll be
oh, I
retiring
think you could
soon, so I'm up for it.
do it. I think you could do it. And I mean, oh my gosh, General Hospital for one. I mean, they're adding
Mm.
people all the time here recently. It's like I don't know
Uh,
what's going on that show. They're just like, let's get some more people on here.
yes, take me to California. Here I go. I can't play. Well, oh, I could play one of Sonny Loves. You know what I'm saying? One of his loves. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
You
Yeah, you
sure
never know.
could. You ought to, if you haven't seen the Bay, you ought to check out the Bay too. It's not a soap opera. It's a
Oh.
digital platform, but it has all of the soap stars in it. I mean, Jackie Zeman and uh,
Mm.
goodness, Judy McDonald,
Uh,
Judy Evans, and I mean, it's everybody from every soap is the Robert Scorpio. He's in it. It's like crazy.
ah, I
Christos
saw that.
Christos Andrews is phenomenal. He is
Mm,
phenomenal. They do a great job. You ought to check it out sometime.
okay.
It's a good
I just
show.
I just recently started following them, so I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm one of their
Wow.
biggest fans of the
Yeah.
show, and
Okay.
it's kind of binge the Bay on Peacock
Okay. Oh, okay. I
or
have
Tubi.
Peacock. Oh my
But
God. So
that's the thing.
I seen everybody on it. You're right. I think I'm gonna binge watch that this weekend.
I've
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've done it twice already.
Wait, what season are they up to? Like,
Season 7 just released a couple
oh,
months ago. Season 8 will be released here soon, in the next
oh,
few
okay.
months. They're only 20, 30-minute episodes, and there's like 10
Okay.
episodes in a season. It's not, 24, 45 minute
Hmm.
season or
Oh,
anything like
that's
that.
okay. Okay. I'm
But
gonna have to
I
binge
wish
watch
there were more. I wish there were more of them. Gregory Martin and Wendy Rich and Christos, they do a fabulous job.
that.
And they're fabulous people over there.
Oh, I can't wait to check it out.
You should. And I'll
Yeah.
mention your name to Gregory next time I talk to him.
Oh yes, please do. Please, 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 please.
Oh, I absolutely will. Um,
Thank you.
okay, back to improv. I
Okay.
saw a little bit on line called Black Box.
Oh.
You did phenomenal. It was where you improv with another gentleman. You didn't know what was in the box. They
Yes.
gave you the box and you had 3-4 minutes to improv. Oh my God. It was like both of you were prepared for that when I watched it.
Wow.
Over keys. Keys and what he had hidden in the box that we'll never know.
Exactly. I just had a visual, I just had that visual, like, I need to go with something that no one knows about, something suspicious. And, my heart was beating a little bit in the beginning, but, I got comfortable with it. And I'm actually pretty proud of myself on that. So thank you for that.
Oh,
Wow.
you need to be proud of it because it was phenomenal
Aw.
to just come up with, I mean, a full dialogue. It wasn't just a couple of lines. It was a full 3 or 4 minute conversation back and forth. And there was no hesitation between either of you. It was like you had it prepared. Did you practice improv or study it, or did you just come natural?
Oh, well, I have done a little bit of classes in New York for improv at the pit, but I need to do some more actually. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do some Zoom ones. So, but yeah, but that's a good
See,
idea.
I'm the one that they do lines of somebody improv. I'm gonna bust out laughing. Just make everybody mad. Oops, I almost said something bad.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Well, it's over 18.
Oh,
This is
okay,
marked for
right.
over 18, so yeah,
So
we're
it's good.
good.
Right, right.
It's good. Uh, do you prefer to improv? To have a script to where you can improv? Some directors will allow you a little leeway, some don't. Some are
No,
just not a script. You
I
don't?
don't like it at all because I don't want to offend anyone. I mean, this is their baby. I just want to bring it to life, so I don't want to add anything unless someone say, just give a little improv to it. So I'm like, okay, but other than that, I don't want to touch it, you know.
Well, it
Nope.
also upsets other actors a lot too. They don't. They're more of a I want it by the script.
Exactly. Yep. I'm not gonna break the rules unless you tell me.
Well, you can break the rules here. I don't care.
Okay.
Does memorization come easy for you? Because for me, it doesn't. I write my own questions, and I still got to have them here in front of me.
No, no, not at all. I actually have a workshop to go to today where I'll be reading for a Los Angeles director. So it's in my
Oh,
head, but it's not in my head, but it's here. So as soon as I
that,
get off of here, right, get my phone, start studying. Yeah. So not at
you'll
all.
you'll do great on that. I mean,
Oh,
I'm not
thanks.
saying I would be a good actor, but that's why I never could, even
You
high
never
school, because
know.
I couldn't remember the lines.
Well, see, I thought that would be a huge problem for me because my memory is not that well. I'll say my memory is challenging. I'll use that word. It's very challenging, but when you keep going over and over and over it, you'd be surprised. Watch, you could do it. I think you should do a
Well,
scene on here one day.
I was traumatized in the fourth grade. Went to Catholic school, so we did the nativity play. I got stuck being the little drummer boy, who
Mm.
coincidentally had a solo. It took me 2 weeks to learn that dang song. But it's in my head now. I'm 51
Oh,
years
there
old and
you
I still
go.
got it.
See, it paid off.
It
It
did,
really
but that
paid off.
traumatized me. I was like, there's no way I could ever memorize lines. Give
See,
me
we
one of
gotta
those
stop saying
earpieces.
we have to stop saying that we can't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
I'll do a Marlon Brando and get me an earpiece and have somebody read me the lines.
I'm telling you, once we say we can't do it, then we're going to be all over the place. So
But
we
you
have to start
can.
saying that we can.
Well,
Oh, I
you
can do this.
can. And, like I said, I've done several of these. I think Jackie Zeman's one that said that, you've just, like you've already began training your brain. I couldn't at this point at my age, which it's a muscle. And she said, once you train it and you get your system
Hmm.
down,
Hmm.
it just, and of
Yeah.
course, I always ask them, do you remember it afterwards? Like, well, no.
It depends on what it is. A monologue, yes, but it really depends on what it is. But I say yes. I say you could do it with no hesitation. You just got to do it,
Just do
and
it.
then just give yourself, a little pat on the back.
Hope and pray my improv skills kick in.
I'm sure they will. Hey, people don't know if you're improv and they have no idea what you're supposed to say, right?
True.
There you go.
True.
Use that improv. That's exactly. Use
Exactly.
it. Yep. With a smile on your face.
100%. 100%. So
Yes.
have you ever considered coaching? Because I mean, you've
Um,
done such an array of roles. I mean, like I said, comedy, Broadway, modeling, commercials, film.
mhm. Um, Definitely not in acting. No, I still have a lot to learn. I'm still learning. I still consider myself a newbie, but modeling, that should be easy for me to coach someone. But I got to find the time. I don't really have the time, but modeling, I wouldn't have a problem with coaching and teaching someone how to model. It's just a
And
matter of time for me. Mhm.
and I know people have thought about acting, but along with modeling, it's
Mhm.
not as easy as people think it is.
It's not.
There's you've got to learn so much. You got to be able to look straight ahead. I'm looking at my,
Hmm. You
there's
got,
so
you got
much
to
to it.
stay still.
And some of the clothes, I don't mean to upset any fashion designers. Some of these design shows that they've been putting on, it's like, are they just trying to get attention? I mean,
Oh, it's a
there's
lot.
one like Sam, I can't think, he's a singer. He just wore that black,
Oh,
was
Sam
it
Cooke.
Sam Cooke? Yeah,
Hmm.
that was kind of an attention grabber. Not I like
Oh, I
this.
didn't see it. I did not see it.
I think it was Sam Cooke.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. He went to the British Music Awards. He wore it, and it was like
Oh, okay. Probably was him. Yeah.
faux
Wow.
leather, and it was just like bulge, bubbled out the bottom. It was crazy. It was
Oh
crazy.
no, I did see that. I think I have that in my phone. I did because I sent that to somebody or somebody sent it to me. I'm like, what is this? I mean, let me tell you, designers, they have a lot of great taste, a lot of interesting taste, and to each his own. But I did question, what the heck is this? I did. Sorry,
Well,
Sam Cooke. I love you.
not that particular design, but I've seen some where they do it on the catwalk, and it's like, is
Right.
anybody really, really gonna buy that and wear it? Like the
Mm-hmm.
painted on outfits. I've seen them paint on or do all kinds of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I don't want to get too particular because I don't want to offend anybody.
Right.
But there's just some crazy things you just like, there's no way somebody's gonna wear that
They
out in
will.
public. Oh, they
Uh-huh.
would? Oh
They
wow.
would. Oh yeah. What's that thing that they have every year? They're gonna wear it
The
there.
Met Gala and
Met Gala. That's exactly where they're gonna wear it at. It's about standing out there. I'm not a big fan of standing out, but if my designer says you're gonna put that on, okay, I'm gonna put it on.
well, yeah, I mean, you're gonna do it
Right.
because
As long as it fits well. Has
right.
to fit well.
You see, I'm in a little country town in Kentucky, so I don't see, what people wearing in
Ah,
New York and California. I
right.
think Nashville's
Okay.
probably Nashville and Louisville's probably the biggest cities I usually go to.
Okay. So you don't see
So
a lot of that crazy stuff.
no.
Well, you're lucky then. You know
That's
what
what I
I'm
say.
saying?
That's why I had to ask you about it because I'm like, do they really?
Yeah,
Because around
you're
here they
pretty
would.
lucky.
Yeah, I could just put on a t-shirt and a pair of jeans and I'll blend right in here perfect.
Oh, you know what? I love it. Or sweatpants and a
Yeah,
t-shirt. There
that
you
too.
go. That's my favorite. Oh, those two. Or leggings. Well, not leggings, but for you, but
I'm
me.
happen to be in my sweatpants right now.
See? Well, I got jeans on, so well, at least we have on a bottom. Because did you hear about everybody when we were doing the auditions or interviews? They're not having on the bottom, but they had on the top. But then some people would get up and they forget, oops, I have no bottom on.
That's crazy. I
That
know.
is crazy.
How could you forget that?
I don't
Oh,
know. Oh my God. That's why I can't do it. No, even if it's sweats, something, shorts, something. Because if I
right.
get up and oh, never mind. I don't even want to go there.
Well,
It's just not
there,
good.
there again, that takes me back to my good old Catholic boy days. The girls always had to wear shorts under their skirts, and it's
Right.
like, no. And now they don't wear anything. It's like, oh no,
Soon as the wind blow, whoop.
I know it. And the skirts, some of them are crazy.
Yeah.
So, funny question: can you cry on call if they need you? Because that's something else I never could do.
Yeah, I just have to be in a moment. Like I just have to know it's coming up and I have to kind of build myself up. But I'll
Right.
I'll build myself up before it comes. Absolutely.
Without naming names or any positions, do you regret a job that you ever took? Something that you took and you regret doing it?
Let's see.
Don't get
That's
specific.
a really great question.
Don't want to get you or anybody else in trouble.
Let me think. I don't. I don't think so. I would say probably working with people, not so much the job. You know what I'm saying? I
Yes.
don't think so at all. I love what I do. I love to do a lot of different things. I love to host. I love to be, an ambassador and influencer. I do some of everything. I do love voiceover as well. But I would say job wise, no, but I'd say people wise, yes. Like,
For sure.
darn. And I already committed to it. So I'm not going to be like, okay, goodbye. I committed to it. So I'm going to fulfill my commitment.
Well, I will prepare you. I had some fabulous actors on last week from All My Children reunion, and we talked about intimacy and all of that. And yes, they ran across people that they have kissed and was like, no names, but yeah. So prepare for that.
Okay. So when I go on a soap opera or any television show, and I'm going to have Tic Tacs are kind of loud. Maybe the little Listerine strips. Place it there.
There you go. Well, actually, another thing we talked about is a lot. Now they have what they call, I can't think what it's called now. It's where it's a coach, an intimacy coach. That's what it is. Intimacy coach.
Oh, interesting.
They can bring them on set to prepare you. Because, somebody like me who's never been on a set before, if they just said, okay, you got to kiss so-and-so. How do you kiss? Open mouth. What you don't know.
Right.
But that's where the intimacy coach comes in to help.
Okay.
Get that prepared. And I think that's such a great idea to do that. Especially
It is. I watch a lot of Lifetime. I think I should be okay. But yeah. You don't get nobody's tongue. I think the people that are doing that, they must be single. You know what I'm saying? They must be single.
I will repeat it because she said it on one of my episodes. Yvonne Perry, she played Rosanna on As World Turns. But she started out as like 16, 17-year-old and never been on a set. And she had to do a kiss scene. And she said that, she went in all full tongue. And the guy just kind of pulled away and looked at her real funny. Like, what?
Like, no.
But on the flip side, Yvonne Perry since has become an intimacy coach.
Okay, so she learned her lesson.
She learned her lesson, and she learned from other people, after that. But she is now an intimacy coach, and that's where I learned about it because I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Okay, interesting. That's a great thing to do, like to stop people from making a mistake that you did when you started out. Right. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. If
you had a scene with Robert Downey Jr., going full mouth, he'd probably freak out on you. Somebody like that. Somebody huge like that'd be like, whoa, no.
Exactly. No matter how good you look, you're gonna be like, okay, what are you doing?
I'm a married man.
Right, exactly.
Do you have a dream job that you would just like be the cheese on the cake?
Yes.
If you don't want to say don't.
Going back to being a detective, like Almost Family. Even though it was just for the one season, but still, actually being a cop / detective, I would never do it, right now, like in real life, but on TV, absolutely, I love it.
I think you'd be good at that because I think you did once where you were a coach. There was a short video of you were a coach or a teacher or something, and you were just very commanding of your role, your position, and I think like a detective would be very. I'm here. You're my detective. You're going to answer my questions.
Yes.
That's what I meant when I asked you earlier about such strong roles, because the roles that I saw, most of the clips that I saw, you were very, and Mariska Hargitay, look at her. She's very, I'm a detective. I've earned my role. You're going to answer my questions.
Love her. Love. Absolutely. Yes. That's where I'm going. I mean, hey, if something else comes up, then I could have that and still I could do both. A lot of actors are working on multiple series.
We need to figure out how to get you connected with Dick Wolf, I think is who it is that writes that.
Yes, Dick Wolf is wonderful. Oh my God. Like I love every single series that he has. I mean, I can't watch them all. I try to catch some of the FBI's, but I always catch Law and Order. But absolutely,
I'm
definitely.
not sure who the creator or writer is, but the Chicago shows are really good too. Chicago PD, Chicago Med,
Yeah,
Chicago
they are
Fire.
good as well.
Those are really
I love
good
them all.
also.
Wait, does he do the fire one too?
I
Does he
don't
do
think he
that?
does those. I don't know who does that.
Oh,
No, Dick
okay.
Wolf is NBC.
Oh,
The
okay. Oh,
Chicago's are
that's
CBS.
CBS. That's
I'm not for
CBS.
sure who
Mm-hmm.
developed that one, but I've watched them since the beginning. Chicago
Mm-hmm.
Fire started with yes,
They're
yes. I'm one of
great.
those. They are. See, we need to get you connected with them people who have those jobs that you want.
Exactly. You heard that?
Well,
Let's go.
we'll
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we'll do it. We'll start. I'll figure out and we'll start hashtagging them to this. Watch it,
Yes.
Dick Wolf. Watch.
Let's go.
uh, is there someone that you really want to work with?
Oh, there's so many people that I want to work with. There's Will Smith, there's Meryl Streep, oh my God, Whoopi Goldberg, Viola Davis. So there's so many. Even Richard Gere, he hasn't been doing anything for a while, but there are a lot, and I would love to work. Well, if he would have still been here, I would love to have worked with Robin Williams. I miss him a lot. He was one of
Yes.
my favorites. So there are a lot. I tell you, I watch a lot of TV. Queen
Well,
Latifah, I can't forget to say that.
you
Man.
brought up a name that in a situation that's kind of bothered me. I'm not sure if you're on the same page with me, but
Hmm.
the Will Smith situation,
Hmm.
I think they really screwed him. I think they helped that slap over his
Yeah.
head because
Yeah.
he should have won an award for emancipation.
Oh,
He
I heard
should
about that.
have
Yeah,
won some awards for that. And I
that was
think
good.
in my heart, I feel like he didn't because they were holding the slap against him.
Um, yeah, that's
And
okay. It's it wasn't right, but he'll be fine. He'll bounce back, and he's gonna probably bounce back even bigger than he was. So, you know, but I just think, it happened. It took him a while to apologize. It took him a while, you know, but some people need a minute. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
So he had to own up to it at
yes,
some given time. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on. On to
right.
the next. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, but that
Well,
was really good as well.
I
Emancipation.
feel like they blew that out of more proportion than it was. I mean, yeah, it was a big
Oh,
deal. 48 hours, it should have ended, be done with it. It
it
went
was.
on it's still going on. They're talking about
Oh,
it on the new ones, how they're going to handle the new, the jokes on the awards this year. I'm like,
oh my
really?
God, it was everywhere. That's right.
Let it
That's
go.
Sunday,
It
right?
is, yes.
Ooh.
And they're commenting because I'm unafraid. One he slapped, I can't personally slapped, just did his show. Can't even think of his name, and he came out and his jokes
Chris
about it.
Rock.
And
Hmm.
Chris Rock, yes, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Sorry, Chris. Had a brain fart there. But yeah, he just did his show on Netflix and he joked
Yeah.
about it and finally,
Hmm.
let it go, I think. And I think
Yeah.
that everybody else needs to let it go.
I think so as well. And he didn't really come off that hard on Will, to be honest with you. He did say, I love Will Smith. Nobody was expecting to hear that part. You know, hey,
Well, you
he
can't
mentioned it,
judge
which everybody wanted.
you can't judge somebody. Somebody could just be having a bad day. You can't judge somebody by one act like
Yep,
that, some mild act like that. He could have had something horrible happen that day that nobody even knew about.
exactly. I totally agree. Totally. Yep. Let's move
And
on
so,
from that.
so I say I'm not one of those gotcha people. Your personal
Yeah,
life is your personal life. I don't think the media should have the right to publicly put out there what you're divorcing, who you're married. What,
right.
please? They don't do it for me. Why should they do it for them?
Mhm. Yes, it's called nosy
Mhm.
and no life. That's what it is. But they're public. Everything's public. What can you do? You know.
I know. I don't know. It just
It'll be okay.
aggravates me. That's
Yeah.
why people say, "Well, you're a journalist." I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I would never
Uh-oh.
be that person. I wouldn't. I'm not
Uh-oh.
all journalists. Please forgive me. Not all journalists, but the majority of the people who are doing this are journalists, and they're not the good
Right.
journalists. They're
Right.
the mean journalists. There's some
Right.
phenomenal ones out there. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Which kind of transfers me to our next question. Do you feel that Hollywood's on the right track for more inclusion, like female versus female, male, or even ethnicity?
I do. The interesting thing about that is nowadays when we go out to apply for jobs, as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, I can apply for this. It says I match the description, but then when I go a little deeper and I read into it, it mentions genders and I'm like, I'm not sure what that means. So let me Google it first before I apply for it because I don't want people to think that I'm saying that I am this. So nowadays just Google stuff before you apply for it. I would just say that, but they're kind of included. I think I don't know. I think some people, the way that they actually put things, they just say male or female. Other people, they really break it down. And when you break it down, the casting like that, I have to go to Google. I don't know what that means. I want to make sure I'm not applying for it. I don't want to offend anyone. So yeah, I think so.
Well, see,
Times have
IMDb is
changed.
at fault. They don't. I mean, I've just glanced at it just to see, but they don't put enough description. It's like male row, ages 50 to 60, location. That's it. It's like, okay, there's nothing else, no other clue.
Right.
Am I going to be a nudist or what?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You won't find that out until they give you a little bit more details once you have been booked. So, but I do
No,
think so. Absolutely.
I did too. And we're going to have to get you looking in Atlanta too.
Atlanta. It's so crazy that you just mentioned Atlanta is because I just wrote on Tyler Perry's page the other day. I said, Tyler, can you or Oprah please make a studio out here on the East Coast here? It may not be New York. There's nowhere to put it in New York, but how about New Jersey? We have all these tax credits out here. We have Netflix and then we have, is it Paramount or one of them, or another production is coming. I don't know if it's Paramount or what's the other one. I forgot. It's Netflix and someone else.
ABC, Peacock, and Netflix,
Somebody.
and Hulu, and Amazon.
It's a couple people. And I was just
But
like, please.
I agree. I mean, I
Yeah.
was thrilled that they've got one in Georgia. When Tyler did that, that was
Mm.
the best thing in the world
Oh,
because you only had three places: New York, Chicago, or
right.
California. And now they're even doing it in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
They're starting to call that little Hollywood because a lot of celebrities move down in that
Oh,
area now.
okay.
Uh,
Nice. I see DC is trying to pick up with that too.
well, I think all states are because even here in Kentucky, there's two productions going on, not where I live, but in Kentucky.
Mhm.
One with Ethan Hawke, and I don't know who
Oh,
the other
that's
one
Joe.
is.
Oh, that's sweet. And they
But
had Zero down there?
we didn't have a lot. I mean,
Okay.
we don't have a studio. We've got a few
Oh,
theaters in Lexington and Louisville, but they're not
mhm.
anything like New York's
Right.
theaters.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, you got to start somewhere, right? There you
Uh,
go. Hmm.
that's what I'm saying. The other states, even Kentucky, are trying to tap into it, to Hollywood. I say Hollywood just because
Yes.
I don't know what other word to use for showbiz, I
Right.
guess.
As they should. I totally am on board for any state doing that, because I notice a lot of these Atlanta jobs, you go to look at the job and it says Atlanta locals only. And then my heart just goes and drops. And I'm like, so I can't apply for it. So back to New York I go. So, you know,
Well,
sad,
you
but
mentioned the man, the myth, Tyler Perry. Phenomenal, phenomenal work. He
oh,
has and have nots. One of my favorite shows. I love it so much. It ended like 3 years ago, and I'm still holding on to the last 10 episodes because I don't want to end it. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. My best friend, she started watching it 2 years after I started. She's finished with
really?
it. I'm like, don't tell
Oh
me.
my God.
Don't tell
Ah,
me.
I used to watch that in the very, very beginning. I love Tyler Perry. I can't wait to get down there and check out his studios. I know I'm going to be mesmerized, so I'm going to make sure my phone is full with a backup charger because I'm going to take a lot of pictures. I can't wait to get down there. But
yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get down just to tour it. I mean, just to see
yes,
it
and then
because
start doing those interviews down there.
I know. I don't know if I could do it in person when I'd probably fan out because I'd fan out on these, but I do it after the show. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I could do one in person and keep it composed.
Yeah, of course you can. Just practice it. You'll be fine. Practice it in the mirror.
What I tell people about the show, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not trying to be a celebrity. I am just a fan who wants to talk to their favorite people and share it with other fans.
Oh, that's lovely.
All I am.
Hey, don't say that's all I am.
Well, that's all I am as far as the showbiz. As far as showbiz, that's all I am.
Hey, you're somebody.
I try to promote. I try to help promote, like the Bay, and I'm going to help promote you.
Yes.
We'll get Tyler and Dick Wolf all tagged in this video. See if we get somebody's attention.
Right. Absolutely. I'm here for it.
And I'm not talking. I don't just want to talk to celebrities. I love it, but like I had Gregory on, Gregory Martin. He's a writer, creator, producer. I want to know behind the scene. I've tried to get Tyler, but they're like, he's too busy. Like, really? Come on.
One day, just keep praying on it. It'll happen.
There's a few other I'm trying to get on here, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever watched Anacostia. That's a good another digital platform show. Anthony Anderson, not the comedian Anthony Anderson. It's
another.
Yes, he did a great job. Martha Byrne is in a couple of seasons. The one that played Lillian Walsh, and that's As the World Turns. I can't think of her name right now, but Lucinda. Lauren B. Martin.
Okay.
It's a good show. It's a
and
good
wait,
show.
Where does this stream at?
I think it's Amazon Prime. If I'm wrong, I know it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay. I gotta see. I gotta take a peek at it.
But it's a good one, and there again, I like it because he's pushing ethnicity. It's just mostly black actors, and I think that's phenomenal.
Right.
There's a couple of white people, but that's but that's Lauren turned me onto it, and I haven't stopped watching. I've got one more season of it to watch.
Okay. You just get addicted, don't you?
I do. TV is my thing.
Okay.
I get recommendations from all the celebrities. I'm not one of those that say I'm going to do it. I try to get on it and watch them. Now, reading a book, that I'm not going to even try to lie about. I won't have time to read a book.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that one. I might fall asleep while I'm reading.
James Corden. I saw him on TikTok, and on his show, he does this where he asks celebrities questions like, pick your favorite sister from the Kardashians, or something like that. But they get to try and ask him questions.
Oh, okay.
You either have to answer it. If you don't answer it, you have to eat something gross like a bull's tongue or a bull's testicle, really gross stuff. And they set him up all the time. And a lot of times they're like, okay, did you read my memoir that you talked about and said that you did? He's on the spot, so he either has to answer or eat something gross, which usually eat something gross. So I'm never putting myself in that position.
I can't do that. No. Nope. I won't do that.
It's a cute little bit. Little bit.
Oh,
so,
God.
How was it for you with the crazy pandemic that we just went through?
Wow, I was really lonely. Being alone with a teen. I mean, you're really alone, because they're up there in their room, but she came out a little bit, and exactly, but I actually think that we actually got a little closer during the pandemic, which is, I wasn't expecting that, but because teens, they don't want to talk to anybody. They just want to be up in their room, on the phone, watching YouTube. That's it. She doesn't even watch television. I'm like, so she just sits up in YouTube. That's it. I'm like, isn't that boring? So that's okay. I was right here in this front room, boring, with a little sip of wine on the side,
Yeah,
And on social media.
I think alcohol probably went up a lot. Their stock probably went way up during the pandemic. Do you like the way that they had to change the auditions now to tapes versus in person?
I do. It saved me a lot of money from going up to New York, but they were going
Sure.
crazy. You know, I didn't know how I was going to be able. I had like an audition every single day. I didn't know how I was going to get those done by the due date. I had to have a couple of them due same time, same day. So I'm just like, it was a challenge, but I did it, and I thank God because I got through it. You know, and I'm still doing a lot of virtual, so I'm really great. I love it. I love it now. I'm all set up now. Extra stuff, extra lights. I'm ready.
I was
Yeah.
just to ask you how you like to having to get whole totally new careers, engineer, editing, camera,
I know, right?
lighting.
It's a challenge, but it's great. I mean, you get to learn a lot of new things, and it's like I love to learn. So, I love to learn, and I feel like I'm learning every single day. I don't care if it's one little thing that I find out from somewhere or somebody, or if I find it on YouTube, I'm still learning. Okay. I still got a long way to go. That's how I see it. But, I'm pretty grateful for any opportunity that I've ever had. Yep.
And
Any
that's
one.
what's most important.
Hmm.
Is did you have trouble doing your own recordings?
I did not. I think I'm
Didn't.
kind of used to it by now. So, yeah. Now, well, I did find some of them a little challenging because I had to have a couple people in the room. Sometimes I may have had one reader, and then sometimes I may have had no readers. So I have to read all of them myself, you know, and just
Mm.
change up that voice. You know what I'm saying? I had to act like a different person. I even had to change my tone to be a man. So you just
But you do that very easily, or it looks easy because, like I said, back to your reel, you were playing different roles. I mean, you went from a coach or principal to a drug addict. Just, I mean,
Mhm,
it
mhm.
was crazy. I don't know how you keep your characters in line, so to speak, because I'd be trying to get country and I'll bring out city.
I just like to get into a zone. And I think one of them too, I think I had a little down south, a little accent as
Mhm.
well, where I'm kind of sounding a little like Dolly Parton. I don't mind sounding like that sometimes, so but I'm still growing on that, I'm still growing. I love it. That's why I said I need some more improv. I
I
need some
fought
more
mine. I fought mine
improv.
for when I first started the show. I fought my accent, and I guess it showed because, like, I think Kate Linder and Jackie Zeman were some of my first guests, and they were
Okay.
like, "Stop!" They're just like, "Don't do that."
I love it though. I
So
love
I
it.
just stopped trying to hide it. I just go with it now.
Why hide it? Bring it out there.
It's
Let
out
everybody
there.
hear you. Let everybody hear you.
Well, I still do change it to a certain aspect. I mean, because I do say "ain't" sometimes, and uh, "hey y'all." I say "y'all" a lot. Not YALL, it's YAW. I say "y'all" a lot.
Oh, interesting. I had to spell that out for a second there. No, but I say ain't a lot as well, but y'all with the LL at the end.
LL.
Yeah.
See,
I say that a lot.
mine's. What are y'all doing? Why are y'all doing that?
Exactly.
So I
There's
kind
nothing
of
wrong.
hide those words. A couple of words I try to hide there if I can.
Well, sometimes you gotta let it out. I see
Well, what do you
nothing
like
wrong.
to do? What do you like to do your free time? Have you read any good books or anything? I mean, I know you don't have time to
No,
read, but
no. Sadly, when I try to read books, I do have, acting books as well. Obviously I have to read those. Um,
I
but
would
for
think you
some
get
reason,
tired of reading because you have to read scripts, you have to all the time, and just be like, I don't want to read no more.
well, I fall asleep with the book on me, on my chest. So that's the problem there. So I need to be really wide awake when I read. But what I love to do is I have always been passionate about walking. I love music. And obviously I love to watch television, but I haven't had a lot of time to watch TV, but music it is, and walking. And those are my two favorite things. I'm in love with it. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wish I
Mm.
could walk more, but my schedule, you know, kind of
Well,
prohibits that.
and it's funny for me to say this to you instead of you saying it to me, but I believe you're in California. Are you not?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, because they used to be able to just go walk in California, but the last 2
Oh.
months, they can't do anything
Oh
because the
no.
blood.
Oh no. I'm out here in Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl.
Jersey, that's right. Garden State, girl. Garden
Yes.
State.
There you go.
See, I got a
Trenton.
little bit.
Trenton.
Oh,
Yes.
well, at least you don't have the accent that a lot of New Jersey people have.
They do?
New Jersey, Upper New York. What is? No, no, no. I'm thinking of Connecticut.
Oh, no, no. No accent. I don't think I do pick up some of New York accent sometimes because I go up there a lot. Everybody's like, why are you saying that like that? I'm like, saying what? Like what? It's just, mm.
You're
I think
among
I'm
good
picking up that.
You're
Huh?
among good company because Liz Kiefer, who played Blake on Guiding Light, and I think it was Tanya Walker from One Life to Live. They both said the same
Mhm.
thing. When it first started the interview, they're like, I'm going to apologize first because by the time of the end of this interview, I'm going to be
Right.
talking with your accent. They said they don't do it on purpose. It just happens when they're wherever they are.
Oh Lord. No, yeah. No, I'm fine with that. But you did speak about soap opera stars, and I just thought about it that I recently started taking some acting classes with, a couple celebrities from soap opera. But I
I know
just put
several. If
my
you ever need a recommendation, I know several of them that do coaching, online coaching.
I had to put all the staring and all that aside, because they're very attractive.
I'm going to probably say this wrong. If I do, I will send you the link. But
Okay.
one that you might look into is Acting with Actors, I think is what it's called. Jacob Young is involved with it, and a bunch of others.
Oh, sorry.
And it's actors teaching, helping people learn to act.
That's who I'm acting with.
Oh,
Working with
is it?
acting. Yes.
Well, you tell Jacob. You better make sure to tell him. I gave him a
Yes.
shout out, and I am recommending him. Him and Amanda
Okay.
both. Well, actually, he, Amanda Browning, and Katie McLean, Jill Larson were all on the show last week. That was
I
my All My
saw
Children
that.
reunion.
I was like, wait, that's my coach now. That's one of my coaches. That's one of my coaches. Yes.
So funny.
I have a few.
God.
I have a few. I have like three. I have like three acting coaches. So
Yeah,
yes,
make sure to tell Jacob you were on here
I will.
because he's been on twice. And I told him last week, which he liked when my post about you being on today. He did hit the
Oh,
like
he
on it.
did. Oh,
Yes, he
sweet. So
did.
I'll see you Monday.
Yes, he did. He follows the show. He follows who's
Oh,
coming on.
great.
But I told him that if there's anybody that he wanted to promote or wanted to learn how to
Right.
do an interview, I'd be more than happy, to help him out. So there you go.
Oh,
Make sure you tell him I'm on top of it. I'm
I
ahead of it.
will. I will. I will definitely tell him that. Okay, that's
I love
interesting.
I love Jacob and Amanda. Jacob is such a phenomenal actor. I mean, he and singer. I mean, he's just it's crazy.
He
So
is. He really is.
he might be watching. I hope he is. I don't know.
I know. If you're watching, Jacob, what's up?
Hey,
I
Jacob.
will see you Monday. Yes.
Let's see. I've got a couple comments. Unconditional Love said Love Undone series. And they also liked Anacostia. And it's YouTube and Amazon Prime is where you can find it.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Love Undone is part of her name. I'm sorry. It's Unconditional Love, Love Undone.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'm on a series,
Yes.
Love Island.
Yes, Lisa, you're right. It's Jacob Young, Trent Garrett,
Mm-hmm.
and your other girl, Amanda Baker. Yes. I didn't even know Lisa had Amanda. That's twice I've done that. I've gotten two of her clients. And she's like, you got my client. I'm like, Who? I love Lisa. Lisa is such a phenomenal lady. She's helped me so much.
Yes. Oh, that's sweet. It's really hard to come across really genuine people nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It really is. So she's lovely.
Lisa is probably, I'm going to say top two because I don't want to insult. I can't think of anybody else off my head, but I don't want to insult anybody. My top two favorite publicists. And yes, I've ran across
Oh.
some that are, yeah, they're not so nice.
And you want to communicate with someone. Sometimes it's really hard to communicate with some. Oh, you can
Mhm.
communicate with Lisa. Yeah.
Oh,
Makes you feel
yeah.
comfortable. Yeah. So I can't
I
wait for
mean,
her and I to get together.
yeah,
Yeah.
Lisa's, yeah, she's great. She's been on here commenting the whole time,
Okay.
Dorothy, you'd be amazing in soaps. She's loving this. A lot of comments, a lot of love coming from Lisa to you
Oh, thank
throughout
you.
the show. Well,
Mhm.
Dorothy, I appreciate you being here.
Oh, of
I told you it's
course.
not like an interview, it's just like a conversation.
No, we're just acting silly, right?
That's all it is. I
We
think
conversate about the world.
exactly. I think people enjoy that more than how old are you? What kind of pants do you wear? You know, and I'm sure you all get tired of the same questions. I try to switch it up if I can. I really do
Right.
because
No,
I don't
we
want to
really
be
appreciate it.
boring to everybody.
Right. No, we really appreciate it. I mean, you want people to come on, you want them to have a good time, you want them to laugh, you just want them really to breathe and enjoy themselves. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? And
be
you never know, they may
yourself.
learn one or two things. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for
And,
having
and you're one of the sweetest people in the world. I
me.
hope that you will be back because I have a
Thank you.
feeling you're going to have a lot to talk about.
Yes,
I have a
a
feeling
lot
you're
to
going
talk
to.
about. I do, because I have some things coming up. A pilot and another new series, another new series. So I'm ready.
See,
And
I
I will
knew
be.
not to ask you about upcoming stuff because I'm not putting nobody in that position.
All
Now,
right.
I will say, had I seen
Uh-huh.
something on IMDb, coming up, I would have
Mhm.
asked. But when there's nothing there, I'm not opening my mouth. That I want these producers and writers and creators to come on my show, not to hate me.
Right. Exactly. Yes. And you're too sweet for that. They're not gonna, you're too sweet. Mm-mm. Yep.
Thank you. I just try to be myself. I honestly do.
That's all we can
I like
do.
to I like to talk, and like TV, and luckily, watching TV is part of my job now.
One Hey, perfect, right? Can't ask for a better
Exactly.
job. Can't ask for a better job.
Now, I will say there have been a few shows or movies that I've had to watch. It's like, are you really serious?
And you
Not
gotta
anything
rewatch
major. Yes, and I love Carnival Row. I love it. It's a good show. It's on Amazon Prime. It's two
Okay.
seasons. It's on its last season, and
Okay.
literally, I've had to rewatch every episode twice because I fall asleep halfway through
Oh
every
no. Okay,
episode.
I'm gonna check it out.
Not because they're boring, because I'm watching them at 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I
Oh,
get up at
right.
5 o'clock in the morning. So by that time I'm just
Oh
nodding
no.
off, and I don't want to miss
That's
it, so I'll
early.
rewatch it. So I'll rewatch it instead of trying to find my place.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out then and see what it's about.
Yeah, it's got Orlando Bloom in it.
Oh, okay.
It's about
Ooh,
it's about fairies.
okay.
It's
Oh,
not. It's not.
interesting.
It's a scary drama thriller type of thing. But yeah,
Oh, I've never heard of that one either, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Definitely.
there again. I can't think of a name, but she was a model, a huge model.
Mhm.
She's one of the lead actresses in it. She does a phenomenal job. I
Okay.
can't think of her name,
Oh, sweet.
but I'm terrible at some names.
So am
But
I.
Dorothy, I'm so glad you were here. I know you've got things you got to do.
Thank you.
I really do. I hope if you'll hang out in the waiting room for just a minute, I'll be right back there with you.
Sure. Thank you guys.
I'd like to thank Dorothy for being here today and chatting with us. I'd like to thank the Necrotizing Fasciitis Foundation for sponsoring our show. For more information on necrotizing fasciitis, please visit www.necfash.org. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more upcoming episodes.